Welcome back to Relatives of Weddings Explained. I'm Aubrey Boyd with my wife, Deidre Boyd.
Hello, everyone.
And we're here with the engineer extraordinaire, Mr. Perry, and we're going to explain each chapter to you in detail and give you some backstory. I hope you like and enjoy.
All right, so here we are with episode 4 with a little help from my friends. And in this one, we start out with Judy and her friends going shopping. And of course, they had promised before to put in a lot of their EBT cards and whatever cash they had left to pull together and really help her with her wedding and make it a wedding challenge worthy. So now this is a fun scene where they're starting to go out and start getting things ready for the wedding. Tell us a little bit about this whole scene.
Well, the girls all get together and they add up how much they have on their EBT, which will also be known as their SNAP cards, because Judy really didn't have a lot of money. So again, as friends and sisters do, they band together and they're going to make this happen. So they go shopping together, and with these things at like Costco, like these wholesale shops, you can get a lot.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of big bulk items and good items, seafood, meat, just like they had in the wedding challenge, as they saw before, that there's different types of food etiquette that is supposed to be delivered at a nice and elegant wedding, even if they're on a budget. So they got shrimp, they got these croutons, these little puffs, a lot of finger foods, things that Judy would be proud of to share with her guests at her weddings, because there was going to be a lot of people. So they came together and they got what they could with their EBT cards.
Yeah, I just copied the menus what I seen on that show for weddings, and what their people always like. I said I had no choice but to watch it with my girls. So
chicken and a seafood.
So I was like, okay, see what they got and which one everybody said was the best. And I do my homework and my research before I write these books. What would be the best foods? And we've been to a few weddings, so.
In this case, your research was done for you when you had to watch those shows.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't have a lot of choice.
Yeah.
They did. They came up with some great things, some great items.
Well, and what I appreciated in that, it was once again watching her group of friends all do that, and that they all have that same sensibility. They're all looking for the best deal and what's going to look the best for, making that dollar really stretch. But I think it's an interesting contrast with Teresa, who I don't think we hear her talking with any friends in this story. And maybe that'll come in Relative Weddings 2, where we'll get to know more about her group of friends if she has one. But I did think it was very interesting that, we go right into her talking about her wedding plans. But in this case, she is having an exchange with Popeyes about trying to get them to cater it. And even Popeyes doesn't understand why she's trying to do this. They're like, I wouldn't use this food at my own wedding, and I work here.
Who does that?
Yeah, like with the Teresa character, she does have friends, and she'll mention them later when she get the DJ. Actually, the DJ was one of her girlfriend's boyfriend. That's how she got the number.
Oh, yeah, DJ Crazy something. Yeah, he's fun.
DJ Joe Crazy.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's another DJ I knew in Virginia had a name similar to that. So I thought it was a great thing to use. Shout out to him, DJ Joe Pro. So this one was more of a, like, again, what I talked about my daughter saying that she didn't mind having Popeyes cater her cater her wedding. So I was like, man, let me add that in there. I just did more detail, made it funnier in my experience with Popeyes. They never had no freaking spicy chicken. Never.
Is it an item on the menu? I couldn't remember as I was watching this. Is they just always out of it, or do they not carry it at all?
No, the one I had, they supposed to have it.
Yeah.
It was the one we lived in Virginia, Portsmouth. They never had, I remember they closed it because they said they don't have any chicken. I'm like, but you're a chicken restaurant. Yeah. But every time they never had spicy. They just didn't want to fry it. You get what you get, leave.
And they always have an attitude.
Especially when we lived in Virginia. Oh, man, that place was horrible. I'm like, I stopped eating chicken. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going there and giving my money just to be rude to me.
Well, that's what I like. She's like criticizing their phone etiquette and getting the manager on the phone like, what are your people doing? Who's training them? And it wins them over by just being so direct about, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to have at my wedding, and they finally are like, all right, if this is what you're looking for, we're going to do this, but they still think it's crazy.
Yeah. Like, again, I try to have, it is a romantic comedy, so it has some funny scenes in it, but, I thought it would be good to add that story in there.
Well, and I enjoy all the voice actors throughout, but the banter in this scene was fun.
Yeah, well, those the characters, especially for Teresa, was played by my daughter Diamond, and the Popeye employee, it was actually her husband. So they already had the relationship or connection.
Okay.
And plus he thought it was hilarious. He wanted to do that part so bad.
Julian did a great job. He was really into it. He was excited to play that character.
Julian 2 books in now, voiceover actor, professional.
Yep, you're building a whole stable of voice actors here. So
you got to each one teach one. You got to share. Can't be greedy.
And I'm sure he's run into a couple of Popeye's employees with that same attitude, so he had it down.
Oh yeah. I think that, like you said, you were saying that, and I was like, oh yeah. I have had that experience. I know a lot of people who have. Popeye, it's like they train them that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that restaurant in Atlanta, the Varsity, where they're trained to be a bit rude to you. It's part of the whole deal. So.
But you got here in Miami, bitch bacon, bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going there. We had a place in San Antonio like that they would just say profanity to you, and people were paying to go in. I'm like, no way. No way.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people enjoy that. Yeah. But I don't know if the food was good enough, maybe.
Nah, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not giving you my money. You talk to me kind of way.
Yeah, but in the end, Teresa was able to win them over and get her order in for her wedding, along with her venue.
Well, and speaking of orders or being ordered around, Teresa tells an interesting story about her and Victor in this episode as well, and a bit of a fantasy that Victor was having.
Yes, this is the fantasy. This is not a real story, everybody. Aubrey. This is not a real story. But it was comical. It was comical.
Yeah, he has a robber fantasy going on.
Yeah, I don't know where he came up with this one.
We won't dig
we
too
never
deep into
we never
that.
did that. No, that never happened. But it was great. What
it was a good story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My job was to make you laugh. I think I did that one.
Well, and the fact that she doesn't seem to know that it is a fantasy is the part here that was humorous about it, is that she is completely caught off guard and thinks that he is for real, not realizing. Did he think she would realize, or was he trying to catch her off guard that this was for real?
Yeah, he was going to try to catch you off guard. Just do some role play. But she had no idea, but she handled the situation.
Yeah, I mean, just joking around. If you were ever in that situation where you were about to be assaulted, would you be a quick thinker and be like, hey, I'm not about to die tonight. If this is what you want, this is what you get, so we can hurry up and get this over with. And I'm at it and get out.
I don't know. I have a lot of friends who are like criminal justice majors who carry like 4 knives on them. So I don't know. It might have ended really badly had it been one of them.
What do you say? If it was no good, you're going to die? She's, well, I guess I'm not going to die tonight. So that was funny.
Thank you.
Well, do you have any favorite lines of dialogue that you've written? And it doesn't even have to be this episode. Not that I want to give away anything from further on, but I know you enjoy writing these. But is there any maybe character or particular lines of dialogue that you really have enjoyed the most?
Well, in this book, especially in Rental Weddings 2, it's going to be a spinoff of the dad and his relationship. But Billy Ray is my favorite because when he tells the mom, later on that, think you should thank me for making you an independent woman by leaving these kids. If it wasn't for that, you would never met this great guy. He's like, I'm the reason why you got him. Treat me a little better. He's an alcoholic, but I thought it was funny. He made her independent, and she should be happy for that.
And I enjoy most of the characters because, again, it reminds me of me and my sister, and then it reminds me of the sisterhood between my daughter Diamond and India, and the sisterhood between my sister-in-law Maria and myself. So the characters are interchangeable, but yet individuals.
Now, did you get to kind of preview this as it was going along, Deidre, or did you get to see it, or did you only get to read it when it was complete?
He did it, and then he let me read it, and put my quarter of a 1-cent penny.
So you had some
into
notes.
it. Yeah. So like I said, there's some stories that are in there that I forgot about, but he didn't, and he put them in there. So, he has a great memory, and he did a great job.
Thank you. I pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
I watch it. Yeah, it's a military thing. I watch everything, but
True.
But still, yeah, I wanted. Though my process, she's always a part of it. It's my wife, so
Yeah.
everything I write, she's gonna see it. I need her opinion. I don't ever think I'm one that knows everything. That's not my character. No, I'm humble. I mean, I each one teach one.
Well, that's good. If you're going to tell the gravy story, you definitely want to be sure that.
I helped with that part a little bit. I was like, wait, take that out, put that in.
Yeah, it could have got gorier.
But we're still together.
True.
Yep. Even with all the comments that will come out of the release of it, huh?
Oh yeah, it's coming soon.
Well, excellent. No, that's definitely the strength of it. I think that the fact that you all have drawn from your real life experiences and your real relationship is what makes it all very believable and makes all the characters very relatable and interesting and fun to follow. Because I think, it's something that we've all read those stories where, it's two-dimensional. The characters they don't sound like real people. And I think in this, everyone seems like it's someone that you know or it's yourself.
Yeah, wild stories, but if you know us, it could be true.
The thing I wanted, there's so many different characters and so many different personalities. Someone should relate to one of the characters.
All right. Well, I certainly enjoyed this one, and we'll move on along to the next chapter next week, and we'll talk to you then.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us again for Relative Weddings Explained. If you could please assist us by hitting the like, subscribe, and notifications button. You can also comment and share our content. These small things really help our channel and mean a lot to us. This is going to be it for now. Until next time, remember, you are cherished by us.